What up YouTube, it's Dave Bladehq. I got another knife for you guys today, and this is a knife brand that I was aware of for quite a while, and they're actually starting to change their lineup quite a bit, adding some new stuff. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and get a couple of these in to show you guys. And this is a Schrade Scha3 Tanto magic spring assisted knife, and pretty cool design. It reminds me a lot of my CRKT Aleschowitz Horus, the blade shape or whatnot. It's very similar to that. A lot of really cool things going on with this knife. Very techy, futuristic, kind of talking with Onicus. This kind of reminds us of like a transformer knife, kind of like the lines or whatnot are kind of like what a transformer looks like. So that's kind of how we kid around, and that's how, you know, we talk to each other. We're just like the transformer knife, and right away we know what we're talking about. A lot of interesting things going on. Let's go over this real quick. The overall length of this guy is 7.3 inches. The blade length is 2.9. The blade steel is 40-34 stainless, and I'll get into that in a minute. Kind of give you guys, because I did a little research on that because I was curious of it, curious myself about that. The handle is aluminum with rubber inlays right here. She weighs about 4.9 ounces, so it's got a little bit of weight on it, but it's kind of reasonable there. Pocket clip is tip up, right hand carry only, fairly deep carry, not too bad. You only just have, I mean, what sticks out of your pocket is not too much. Now, as far as this knife goes, this is kind of a mid-size EDC carry, kind of more along the range of what most of you guys will probably carry in your pocket, it being 7.5 or a little over 7 inches, 7.3, 7.25 or so. This is not a bad size for as far as EDC goes. A lot of details going on in the blade as far as the grind and grind down here. Please excuse, I'm still trying to get used to this camera, so I'm trying to mess around with lighting and background. That way you guys can get the most out of what I'm showing you. So the next couple videos will kind of be, you know, trial and error stuff. So if any guys got any hints, let me know to help me out here. So as you can see, you have a swedge here. It's a second, it's like a two-level swedge thing kind of going on here, where it's a grind from here to here, and then the spine is different. See if we can focus in on that real quick. There you go. Kind of hard to tell. Same thing. So this is kind of like a drop point Tanto, and it is a flat ground with a secondary with two bevels on there. So this is a spring assisted knife. So let's go ahead and close her up. As you can see, thumb stud, or I mean flipper, or the deployment little pad up here. The name escapes me right now what they call this, but you can deploy it twice. Cool thing about this flipper is not a part of this blade. I think it has to do, and why they call it the magic spring assist, because if you go ahead and deploy it like so, this the little flipper ram is still there, where usually if it was attached to the blade it'd be down here, and so on most circumstances it would kind of serve as a choil on the bottom. If I go here and deploy it with the flipper, it's now gone. It's a separate piece right in there, and I'll show you something here real quick, kind of interesting. So we'll deploy it like that. Focus in here, there you go. This guy can just be pushed down out of the way. So, two ways of deploying it, kind of funky. I had never seen a design like that, but there's a crap load of patents behind this knife that are pending. On the back of the knife, you can see there's a whole list of them right there. Of course, it tells you the 40-34 stainless steel there. It's got a like a bead blast type of finish on here. Schrade logo, the model SCH, the SCH A3 model. Ergonomics on this are 3-finger, very comfortable. As you can see here, no problem. Try to get 4 fingers on here, not so comfortable up here. You'll have a tendency of wanting to bring your pointer finger up in front where the blade is, and you'll be touching some of the edge there, but you can choke up on it there. I don't have an issue with that right there, but your blade or your finger is resting on the working edge, so not really recommended. As far as reverse grip goes, same deal, 3 fingers. Your pinky finger is just instinctively wants to rest up by where the sharp edge, so not really recommended for reverse carry on this. Very interesting knife, a lot of cool characteristics to this. If you're a knife enthusiast, this may be something you want to pick up. The price on this is about 40 bucks or so. So it's not really too expensive, but it's not cheap. It's just very different, like I said. It does have a locking, secondary lock mechanism here. Put that into play. You can't deploy it or anything. Locks in place. Nice added piece of security. Myself, I could care less about it. If the lockup is nice, then I know it's not going to go anywhere, but this is just a nice added touch there. There's so much going on with this knife, why not add something else? As far as the lockup on there, the lockup is probably right at 40%. Kind of hard to tell there, guys, sorry. Like I said, I'm getting used to the lighting. Lockup is about 40%, pretty solid. The liner on there is pretty... it's a little on the thin side, but not too bad. I've seen thinner, so it's still a lot of strength. No play up or down, left or right. Centering on the knife, as you can see there, is dead on. Edge on this knife, I went ahead and because I said the 4034 blade steel intrigued me, wasn't too familiar with it, so I was testing the edge on there with regular magazine paper. You have to really get your angle going for it to cut and slice. See if I can do this. It's giving it problems, and this is haven't done anything to this, haven't cut anything except for this. So out the box, the edge, it does not go through magazine paper. Take regular notebook paper, a little thicker, and usually 9 times out of 10 with a factory sharpened knife, you should be able to easily slice through this, and it's getting some issues. I mean, it's like you find that sweet spot and it will cut through there. Now, as far as a working edge, this is sharp enough to be a working edge. In what I consider my blades to wanting to, or with the level I want my knives to be sharpened at, this is not there. This will require a little bit of tuning up when you get it. If it's, you know, like I said, if you're just wanting a knife, you're happy with a regular working edge, that's fine. This will be good for you. Working edge to me, or what I like to, it's got to be hair. It's got to be able to shave hair off your arm. Okay, let's go ahead and start talking about this 4034 stainless steel here. I did some research on it, and kind of like you know how 440C in China is just pretty much HCR 13 MOV. This is pretty much the equivalent to 420 stainless steel, or overseas it's known as, let me see if I can come up with this. The overseas version of this is X46 CR13. Basically, this blade, it's a pretty hard blade steel and designed to be very corrosive resistance. Now, with those two things being said, it's probably going to take a little bit to get a really good working edge on this, to finally get it. You're going to have to do a little bit more sharpening, maybe be creative as far as getting it sharp. So that's what I found out so far. So as far as corrosion resistance, this will be a pretty good option for that. The fact that the handle scales are aluminum with rubber inlays there you go. Aluminum, very you know, there's no with aluminum it only develops electrolysis, and that's usually when it's two unlike metals together will form electrolysis. And to have that happen on a working knife, it takes a long time. I mean, it has to be sitting somewhere for a long time, not being used for electrolysis to build up in there. So I think it's mainly designed to be a working blade, like maybe when you're around, you know, the beach or this and that or whatever. It is open pillar construction, so if you do get gear in there, you'll be able to get it out. So there you go. That's pretty much what little research I've done on the 4034 stainless. Like I said, it's equivalent to your Chinese manufactured X46 CR13 or 420 stainless. So that's pretty much it there. Pretty cool knife, 40 bucks, not too bad. They are coming out with a lot of really cool stuff from Schrade. Tactical axes, other kind of knives, fixed blades, real cool stuff. They've kind of really upgraded and did give their whole knife and their whole company a facelift, so I definitely wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. So anyway, I apologize for this video being a little longer. Just wanted to go ahead and explain that stainless steel to you guys with what little research I did to go ahead and kind of give you an idea what's going on with that. So all in all, pretty cool knife. Glad to have it. You know, glad to review it. Would I keep this in my collection? No, I have so much other stuff. I probably wouldn't. It is not taking anything away from this knife. It is pretty cool. But I'll probably end up selling it, to tell you the truth. So if any of you guys are interested, just let me know. but I'll keep it for the time being. Maybe it'll go up to for a for sale video later on this. But pretty cool design, Schrade stuff. Definitely look into their gear. Let's take another look at her before we close the video out. Really cool, complicated grind there on the edge there, kind of drop point Tanto. Really cool handle gear going on. Like I said, aluminum, rubber inlays. Pretty cool knife, guys. So if you have any questions on this, please let me know. If you guys know any information or added information about the X46 CR13, aka 420 stainless, let me know. I'm always open ears and, you know, about this knife stuff. So guys, take it easy. Peace.